look at this. A man takes on a raccoon in the middle of the night after hearing his dog Toaster barking in pain. So Kevin Roses says he grabbed the raccoon off of his dog, throwing it down a flight of stairs. And as you can see, the entire thing was caught on camera. He says that he is opposed to violence against animals. He's not advocating that. He was just trying to protect his pet, who was okay after the fact, but only because he was able to come to his rescue. That little poodle didn't look like it stood a chance there. He had some bite marks and a few claw marks, but was otherwise okay. Now, are you not sure what to do if your pet is attacked by an animal in the wild that way? Well, we have an expert here who has some tips for you. Dr. Nancy Cowder from Eastern Animal Hospital is joining us this morning for our pet segment. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's a scary video to watch.
Yes, it was.
And depending on where you live, you know, I know where we live, our dogs encounter deer and fox and that kind of thing all the time. You don't know when they're going to, you know, go at each other. So what do you do?
You know, it depends on the situation. That particular situation, I think that man was just reacting because he was frightened for his dog. A better approach would have been something like a broom, something he could have put between himself and the animal, and he just wanted to get the raccoon off of his dog. Huge risks for him if the raccoon had bitten him. That's just, they carry rabies. So if you can get some sort of object to push the animal off, if you can think of that in the moment, is important. You know, other animals like deer and foxes, they're less interactive. They're going to run away from you much more. They're not likely to come up and try to attack your pet. So the main risks that the deer and the foxes carry are the parasites that they carry. So the ticks, there's other diseases they have. So as long as you keep your pet's vaccines up to date, rabies in particular, leptospirosis is another big one. Those are vaccines all pets in Baltimore should have because wild animals carry those diseases. That's important. And then, of course, good parasite protection. So the once-a-month heartworm pill and also the topical flea and tick preventatives.
When it comes to something like that, will your animals instinctively know how to interact or fight that other animal off versus you having to step in?
Well, no. I mean, I think that dog was at risk for being hurt. I mean, that's just a tough situation all around. The other scary thing is that the wild animal is not usually going to come after a dog. You know, the fact that he did is already a concern that something is up. So, no, I think that dog could have been injured, but so could the human.
So even after something like that happens, is your best bet to bring them in to have them looked at, even if you think it's something minor?
Oh, yeah. That dog should be seen by a veterinarian, even if he didn't see anything. You know, the fur can cover a wound and it needs prompt attention for anything. Oh, for sure.
All right, so pet owners, I know we want to rush to the defense of our animals, but what you're saying is, yes, get something to get between you and the animal. All right, Dr. Cowder is going to be back to answer any questions you may have about your pet and regarding anything. It doesn't have to be about wild animals, but that's coming up in our next half hour, so make sure you stick around, and if you do have a question, send that to